Okay, so I've logged back in. Okay. All right, now I'm waiting. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's start from the very beginning. Hey, you're mute. You have to, okay.
How are you? Can you hear me now?
Hold on 1 second. All right, so we're just waiting for Hector and Co.
All right.
Okay, let me send a text to Hector. So how are you doing?
Great. How about you?
Fabulous. It's almost like spring here in Massachusetts. What about there? You're in DC, right?
Yeah.
How's the weather? You had cherry blossoms already?
It's got a little warmer the last few days. So yeah, it's good.
Good.
Not as crazy as Boston, I'm sure.
No. So when do you start Harvard?
I am gonna move this fall to Boston. So
Wonderful.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, hopefully we'll get to meet you finally.
Yeah, you live near Boston, right?
I actually live closer to Providence, Rhode Island, which is about 15 miles. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Boston is up north. It's further up north. Yeah, I used to live there about 6 years ago, outside Boston.
That's what I thought. You lived in Boston.
Yeah, town called Milton. Yeah, but I moved because I realized that, it's funny because when you get older, you realize that city life has become so stressful and just chaotic. And you just want to move to the open country, raise your own vegetables and, just, enjoy fresh air, which I have every day, And
yeah, I agree. I used to live in DC and it was just too much. So I moved to the suburbs. So right now I'm in Arlington, which is across the river. But yeah.
Right. Okay, so just reading some of the comments. Earlier, somebody from Puerto Rico said hello, hola. And then, we have somebody who's a fan of you. Hello and namaste, Syed. Okay, good morning to Rafa from Sydney.
I'm not Indian. Just FYI.
Yeah, just to let you know, Syed is not Indian, he's Pakistani, okay? So, but you don't speak, do you speak Hindi? No, you don't.
Yeah, we understand and speak it, yeah, but it's pretty close to our mother tongue, Urdu, but we have a lot more Persian and Arabic words. So yeah.
Okay, so how many languages do you speak?
Including Hindi, Urdu, in English, that's it, just three.
3. Okay, that's wonderful. Now, Urdu has its own script. Correct?
Yeah, we use the Persian Arabic script. Yeah.
Persian Arabic. Okay, whereas Hindi has its own as well. Okay.
Yeah, they use Sanskrit.
That's right, the Sanskrit. Okay, so all right, so let's admit Hector. Should we admit Hector? What do you think?
He must have all the scoop. I mean, you would want him there.
Should we allow him to cross the border? All right, Hector. Hello, Hector. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? All right. You sound hollow. Come on. How many times have you used Zoom?
What happened?
Why are you still having difficulties? I told you many times to use your laptop, not your iPhone.
Who?
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, good. Much better. All right, but I can see there's a lot of space above your head. I don't want that space. I sent you that link on how to look good in Zoom. Did you not follow it? Oh my God, what is wrong with you, Hector?
I'm looking great.
Yes, you're fabulous. We all look good. Maybe because of filter and Photoshop and good lighting, you know. And of course, makeup, right, Syed?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we have, hello, everybody. We have 16 people watching right now. So hopefully it'll increase. So everybody says hello and mabuhay, hello and namaste. Good morning. Hola, Hector, says my Serenity Haven. You're amazing.
Hola.
Mohammed says, good morning, guys from Singapore. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? Wonderful. Yeah, it's weird. When I was like checking my my stats for my channel, the most number of people who watch my channel are not the Philippines, but the United States. United States, followed by the Philippines, followed by, believe it or not, Indonesia. So we're getting a lot of fans from Indonesia, and fourth, Canada, and Saudi Arabia. Like Saudi Arabia, like how the hell?
I think a lot of communities there, right?
Oh well, yeah. There's a lot of course, like Filipino, overseas, Saudi, and also the Middle East. And I think Singapore is also somewhere in the top 10. So yeah. Serenity says Syed is really cute. Oh, come on, Serenity. Now you're making him blush. No, okay. So, well, one story about Syed is that you used to be a fatty, right? You used to
be 300 pounds.
Yeah, he used to be really very big. And then I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, he posts all of these photos of him, you know, as he progresses. And have you attained your ideal weight?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to gain more weight, but it's hard.
Okay. Yeah. It's very, you know, but I actually really admire you for your discipline, and you have this. Yeah, I mean, you know, such discipline, and I don't know. I really don't know a lot of people who have that tenacity to. But you know what? I guess if you're working on a specific goal and if you're serious about completing that goal, you know, it's really up to you to finish it. Now, and you really have to basically motivate yourself. Nobody else will, you know. So
yeah, I think the best part about working out is you just feel good. That's the only reason I work out. It just makes me happy.
Right. Exactly.
That's my motivation going.
Yeah. So if everybody out there who needs some help losing weight, reach out to Syed, because he's definitely going to help you. Inspire.
Sure, not.
Okay, so what? Okay, all right. Another comment from another fan from Jakarta, Indonesia, Mohammed as well. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? Okay, where are the Filipinos? I think there's always one Filipino watching, and a couple of Puerto Ricans. Okay, we're waiting for Ko. Our good friend Ko from Thailand is supposed to join us. Okay, what had happened?
Where's Antonio? Antonio's not here.
Huh? What?
That guy from Chile, I think Antonio.
Oh, Antonio. He's actually from Ecuador. He can't make it because I think he has a schedule.
Oh.
I also asked Peter Serino, but he can't. He has a full-time job. And
you know who you should have invited? Sally and Foster. She would be brilliant. Like,
I will. I think I sent an invitation. You and Sally, I believe.
Really?
Sally.
But I think maybe a timing thing, because it's probably 1 o'clock right now in London, right?
It's probably 8, 9, 10. No, I think they're like 4 hours ahead of time because of the daylight.
Yeah, so 12 or 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 1 o'clock there. Yeah. So I think Summer Smith from the Crown Sisters is watching. If you're watching, Summer, hello. How are you? Say hello to Michael as well. All right. Okay, I'm getting all these nasty messages from in my Critical Beauty Instagram account. And okay,
you sure it's not her?
I don't know. You know what? These are really horrible, nasty messages. Okay, accusing me of slandering Miss USA. Who, by the way, who, by the way, won Miss World America, the Continental Queen, just tonight. Go figure. Okay, so how many she finally has a Miss World title. So that's great. Okay, so all right, 1 second. Yeah, I mean, just people really can't control themselves. I don't understand.
What are the chances, Rafa, she's watching?
Who's watching? He's probably watching. He's watching. His name is Govinda. He sounds Indian. So he's probably watching right now, and he's probably like what, taking notes and whatnot. He's probably going to do some screenshots and of our discussion and whatnot, and probably send it to Miss World Americas, whatever, etc. He's telling me you should be sued. That's what he said. Whatever. Okay. Never mind him. Let's talk about the Miss World 2021 telecast. Okay, notice I said telecast. I did not say pageant because the pageant took forever, to complete. It started in Puerto Rico, December? No, the girls started arriving in Puerto Rico during the last week of November. And because of COVID, it had to be postponed for March 16th. So it was, the whole pageant was just dragging. And given the COVID situation, the crisis in the island, they could have shortened the pageant. They could have crowned a winner there and then, sometime in December, right? And no, but they had to wait 3 more months, force the girls to return to their countries. And then when they decided that, I said, okay, well, who is going to pay for the airfare for these girls to return to Puerto Rico? Is the Miss World organization going to pick up the tab? Or are the girls themselves going to pay for their airfare tickets and whatnot? So that's one thing that I asked Miss World. They never bothered to answer me. Of course, they never answered me anyway, so I don't know why. I don't know why. Huh?
Does Hector know they pay for the tickets or not?
I don't. I think they probably have sponsors that pay for the tickets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Which hotel did they stay, Hector? Do you know? I forgot the
They're staying at the Sheraton All San Juan.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
Yes.
right. Okay. So did the Miss World organization pay for that?
I don't think so. I think that the person is paid for that is Brooke Pierce, that is the person in charge of everything of this edition after what happened with Stephanie. I think he is the one to pay everything right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe him and the Miss World organization both, but we never going to find the real truth or the real info about that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, somebody's saying the girls paid their own airfare. Okay. Well, comment. So maybe that's it. Maybe they were too desperate, to return to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
It's just so sad. But despite what had happened, despite the COVID crisis and whatnot, and now of course, with the war going on in the Ukraine, I have to honestly applaud the Miss World organization for pursuing the finals despite all these crises happening around the world. So kudos to Miss World. Okay, I mean there's some good stuff about Miss World, right, Syed?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean there are a lot of good things going on with Miss World. I mean it's not the same pageant like we used to know, back in the day. But I think they were able to pull it off despite all these crises and stuff and everything. So okay, so let's talk about the telecast last night. It was 3 hours long. As some of you know, Hector actually lives in Puerto Rico, and he went to the show last night. So we have a first account witness who can tell us exactly what happened. He went to the show, he was videotaping, he was taking some videos of the backstage scenes and whatnot, and he would send them to me, and then I would post them on my Instagram stories so people can see and comment as well. And there's a lot of this is one thing that my friend just sent me. This is my friend Jean. He wrote, Rafa, my friends who saw the telecast live in Puerto Rico said there were too much commotion during the show. The audience started booing the pageants. And one of the parents of the delegates came to the judges' table and started swearing F you to all of them. Go figure. I mean, this was really that bad. A parent of one delegate approached the judges and told them to F you.
Who was it?
He didn't say. He didn't say. Hector, do you know who that parent was?
No. But what about you say about the commotion? This is true. Most of the people there were on the ups, on the up part of the venue. There were boo this guy, Brooke Pierce, and they boo Miss Julia Morley. Yeah. And they start yelling Stephanie's name when Stephanie came in some of the videos, I understand them because I know they are very angry about what happened maybe 2 months ago when all these crazy things came with the Stephanie, and we can have another show to explain and to understand what really happened. But as a Puerto Rican and as a well-educated guy, I don't like these kind of things when happen in the shows, because this is not good for us as a Puerto Rican, and this is not good for the show, But first of all, let me tell you something. For me, one of the most beautiful things in the show it was to see the Puerto Rican Symphonic Orchestra in the back.
Right.
Okay. The live music, I think we don't see this maybe from the 70s, that they have like an orchestra live in the pageant. I would prefer to put the orchestra more in the back and more up, that the girls have more space in the stage. Right. This is the number one thing. The second one is most of the show, as you saw yesterday, it was recorded, just tiny parts live. I think
this meeting is being recorded.
Okay. I think it was not the show that everybody was expected. I really enjoyed the show there because, all excited and everything. But for me as a Puerto Rican, it was like a talent show, It was something that I never expected. Honestly, for me, the opening was so awful. The opening with the dancers on the stage looks empty. It looks like they don't have any direction, but we never know what is going to happen this night, But at least of that, I'm happy with the winner. About the top 12, it is what it is. It's Miss War,
Okay. Let me stop you there. Yeah, let's start from the very beginning. Like when you mentioned the opening number. Well, actually, it started with the camera focusing on Peter Andre. Peter Andre is one of the two.
Yes.
Of the show. I actually have never heard of Peter Andre. Syed, have you? I've never heard of him.
Never.
Yeah. So I really don't know. Has anybody in viewers watching, who the hell is Peter Andre? I've never heard of him. So anyway, so they focus on his face, and he's actually pointing the Coliseo in the background. And then the opening number was actually pre-recorded when the girls were in Puerto Rico for the first time back in November. Remember, so they crammed all the girls, forced them to wear all the national costumes, forced them to rehearse all these silly dance routines and whatnot. So they recorded the whole thing and make it as the opening from last night's live show, so to speak, okay? What was really funny is because after the first commercial break, it picked up the other group of girls and they started dancing. But I don't know if it's the same thing with you guys, but on my TV set, the reception was very grainy all of a sudden.
Yes.
The first one was very clear, and then commercial break, and then the second group of girls come out, but the reception was so grainy. I really don't know what happened, the transmission or something, but it was awful. So all the opening dance number, I mean, it's nice to see the girls dancing salsa, which is, Puerto Rico's very famous, dance, it's basically a national dance for Puerto Rico. It's great to see. I like the upbeat, the tempo, that sort of like actually, I shouldn't say set the tone for the rest of the pageant, but it was great from the very beginning. So that was very entertaining. And one of the main reasons why I love watching pageants is because of its entertainment value. Okay, I really don't care about politics. I don't care what's going on backstage. I just want to see the finished product, like most of us do. Okay, especially the younger ones, the younger fans out there who do not know anything about the pageant industry. They just care about seeing beautiful girls on stage, dancing. Well, unfortunately, there was no swimsuit competition in this world because they scrapped it like a few years ago. Although that would be nice. But yeah, it's just a set of beautiful girls on stage, wearing beautiful gowns and, talking, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, to them, that's enough. But to us older pageant fans, we want more. We want exactly what's happening, backstage or off stage, or what happened to this girl, her SOB, her sob story and whatnot. So, and also, of course, the politics. I mean, we have to talk about politics. It has become so significant part of pageantry, I guess. You cannot have a pageant these days without involving politics. It's sad, but it's real. Now, the stage was very small. Okay, it wasn't as grand as past Miss World editions. Syed, do you agree? What do you think of the stage?
The stage, you call it? I wouldn't even call it a stage. I mean, it's a shame, really. Like 5 screens, like.
Yeah. So they had was that they had this big, humongous screen in the center, and I think they had like 2 panels on each side. So that
yes.
So total 5 panels. I mean, I guess it depends from where you view it. I guess if you're seated way in the back, but on an eye level, I think it looks great. But from other angles, it doesn't look great, especially from some of the camera angles and TV stuff. Hector, what do you think of the stage? Do you think it was too small?
Honestly, for me, it was too small. And as you question who is Peter Andre, he's a renowned actor in UK. He's like a Broadway actor. He's a famous presenter. He was the presenter of the last Miss World. He was very nice with me when I was with him in the hotel. He's very charming, very nice guy. But when he present the pageant, when you saw him, he have in the back the Coliseo of Puerto Rico. And the pageant itself yesterday was in the Coca-Cola concert hall.
Oh, okay.
But the opening that you saw yesterday was recorded in the Coliseo. I think they want to gratitude, this magnificent and beautiful place in Puerto Rico. But of course, the stage was very small. When I saw all the girls came to the stage, my idea was like I was in a symphonic or concert, and maybe the girls just arrived and we're hanging out in the concert, because like I said you before, I love the thing that we have a live music in the pageant yesterday. But if it was my decision, I would put the orchestra more in the back, more in the up level. Than the girls. We can see the girls in a very good way on the stage, because all this line, most of the girls were up, most of the girls were back. It was not good to see that on television. But for me, that I would sit maybe like in the back in the judges table, I can watch very nice in the leg. It was nice to see the pageant live inside of the Coca-Cola concert hall, because you can watch everything. But what you say about the grainy reception is very true, because this is the common comment in every portal or every page that everybody have the same issue when they watch the pageant.
Syed, comment?
Yeah, about the orchestra thing. Okay, if you wanna see like the best combination of pageant and orchestra, you should watch the editions of Miss France from the late 90s.
Yes.
Too. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, the way they did it last night, I mean, it was just total cringe. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the music was not syncing. Like, it was just like they were held hostage on stage for that 3 hours. I felt bad for those guys.
Yeah, and I think also there were one or two moments when the orchestra did not do anything. I mean, the conductor would just stand there. I think there was one or two moments, when that happened. So some of them actually looked bored, and but again, I guess the producers of Miss World tried their best to.
Did they even have a producer? Like, I'm having doubt. Or was it like a Steve Douglas behind the camera?
Oh, I know. It's so sad. Okay, before we continue, I just want to read some of the comments. We have 40 people watching right now. Okay, so somebody says, Amar, Stephanie Del Valle should sue Brock Pierce. Brock Pierce is the American entrepreneur who produced, I guess, the show, and who had connections with Reel's TV network. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I'm hearing. So Mohammed says, Miss World telecast is boring. I think most of us would agree. Serenity says, some also collapse from the audience for hypertension, and they call an ambulance. Is that true, Hector?
Yes, that's true.
Really?
Yeah, who's in the back? Yes.
Oh, well, do you know any candidates that collapsed?
No, I don't know the complete info, but I just saw the commotion and everything and the ambulance, but they don't tell anything.
Okay, all right. Somebody's saying the stage is just like any other high school prom stage. Yeah, that's true. That was my initial reaction as well. It looks like it's a high school.
And actually, the stage at the Coliseo looked worse than the stage
last
night.
I agree. I agree with him. Yes.
Yeah. Good morning from the Philippines. Hello. Julia Morley looked so freaking drained the entire show. She drained the entire show. Yeah. That is so true. She also lacked energy. I don't know if you guys noticed, maybe because of her advanced age, but Hector, you sent me a video. You videotaped her wobbling. She was like wobbling a little bit.
Yes, maybe, of course, maybe because it was the finale, but my experience with her before the finale, when I had the opportunity to talk to her before the show and after the show, honestly, she's like 75, I think, or 80.
She's 82. She's 82.
82. Yeah. Let me tell you something. She have a lot of energy, and she is. After the show, we have this nice, funny conversation. And let me tell you something. She's a very naughty girl. She's a very nice girl.
Yeah, you had a selfie with her, and she was almost like trying to kiss you.
Yes, and then in the finale, after the show, when we have this conversation, she made this funny comments in a very good way about me, very naughty. And let me tell you something, she have a lot of energy. She's very clear, and I think she do her best in Puerto Rico, we never know what really happened in this strange long beauty pageant. But about herself, she's more than clear, she's the one that continue with the strong purpose of Miss World. Maybe it was the finale, she was like a crazy running. Of course, she's 82, maybe she's going to walk like this, but from here, I think, and I'm sure that she's more than clear.
Alert, despite her age. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a comment.
Go ahead, Syed.
Yes.
Personally, I admire Julia and her work and everything she has done with Miss World. but I don't like the fact that it's all about her and like constantly like going like repeating beauty with a purpose like the entire show. Like it's just like and all these characters, random characters that are showing up, like those two guys on the mic asking questions.
Oh my God.
Like what the what on earth?
One of
Like,
them.
I have a question, Hector. Have you ever like said anything to Julia about the production? Like, does she have a realization? Like, I'm curious.
Well, we're talking a little bit. You know, I can't talk because I just. But they were concerned. They were
Be
very
careful because
concerned.
maybe Julia Morley is watching us tonight.
They were concerned about
Hi,
everything,
Auntie
but
Julia.
yes, Mommy Julia, we love you. But about the two guys making the question, I don't have nothing against these two handsome guys because one of them, Vincent DePaul, he was a judge when I was in Philippines in Miss Intercontinental, and I had the opportunity to meet him, and he's a very nice guy. But everybody in the venue was like, "What is this? Why these two guys are making the question? Why not the Miss World or why not the other judges?" It was something that I really don't like it, and I really feel uncomfortable because why two guys just making questions, not the other members of the judges?
And it just looked awkward too, the way they were asking questions, like it was like some high school show, like.
Yes, it was something weird, but everything about last night was so weird. Everything. But at least we have one winner. Yes.
Even the crowning moment, like the Poland, I think she walked without the crown.
Yes,
and then the camera, when she was actually crowned, the camera wasn't focusing on anything.
It was just and that's why Steve Douglas said Miss Poland is coming back to crown because when she started walking, you need to see Steve Douglas' face because he was like, I was there and he was there in the table and he was very mad because they was not supposed to do. She was supposed to sit and crown by Tony and then start walking.
Maybe she. Yeah, I think she was. I think she was so excited. She was so emotional.
Yes.
I think this is the first time this happened ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when she was calling Miss War, or she have something like part of the dress and this part falling and then she start walking,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but she was very nice all the time. She was very, very nice. She was very approachable with everybody. She was very.
Iraq told me the same thing. Iraq said she was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
She liked her. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we can talk more about that, later on. So we all agreed that the stage was pathetic. It was so small. The opening number was so. It reminded us so much of the productions from the 80s and the 90s. Actually, you know what? One thing I miss about Miss World as far as opening numbers go, the group of male dancers.
Yes.
Remember back in the 70s, 80s, and up to the early 90s, you always had a group of energetic, young male dancers. Some of them are actually ballet dancers. They would like leap up into the air and then do all these amazing gymnastic, athletic, spins. I saw some of that last night, but I just realized all the male dancers came in different sizes and shapes. There was this one almost like fat guy dancing, and another one who was kind of thin, and another one who was kind of like muscular build, and so forth, which is, I guess, okay, if they're promoting diversity among dancers, which is fine. But it was very entertaining nevertheless. So that's all I can say. Okay, so the stage is small. We talk about the pre-opening introductions that was filmed last December. And then Peter introduces his other co-host, Fernando Allende. Okay, I know very little about Fernando Allende. Is he Puerto Rican?
No, okay. Let me go to explain you who is Fernando Allende. Fernando Allende is a Mexican actor that he was very famous in the 80s and in the 90s in the soap operas in Mexico and Puerto Rico. And he married with a Puerto Rican woman. And that's why he have this connection with Puerto Rico. All his sons born in Puerto Rico, they are Puerto Rican citizens, they're US citizens. And that's why they have this connection with Puerto Rico. And the connection with Miss World is because he's a very good friend of Lady Winelia Merced, And if you go back, he was MC or presenter of Miss World like maybe 4 or 5 times, with Stephanie Del Valle and with Angela Shaw, but he was famous, very famous in Puerto Rico because he was a very handsome actor and all the girls and everybody was falling in love with him because, he was this male protagonist of the soap operas.
Well,
he was bad.
He's actually, go ahead.
Yeah, he was bad. He should not be on as a host. Like, I'm sorry. I think the first time I saw him was in 2007.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I noticed it's funny because, when they were together on stage, because, Peter was wearing a black suit and then Fernando was wearing a white suit. So together, I thought they looked like a gay couple on a wedding cake.
Oh my God.
So that was and then when Fernando mentioned his wife, and I said, wife, yeah, right.
Okay. But I think I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but I think it's the first time.
Say it.
No. It's not. I'm not talking about what you say right now. I'm talking about that I think it's the first time we saw 2 male presenters in this world. Or no?
I don't remember.
Deny.
Usually it's a man and a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen 2 women co-hosting. Have you? In this world? I don't remember.
Universe, 2001 Universe.
Yes,
well, yeah,
that
never happened again. It was a disaster. That never happened again in Miss Universe. So that was one time only. Thank God. No.
Yes. Right. But this is Fernando Allende.
Okay. All right. So thank you for clarifying Fernando's position. Okay. So after the intro, Fernando, a video clip featuring segments from the head-to-head challenge was shown on the screen, and then which I thought, okay, all right, that's good. I mean, the head-to-head challenge, I guess, is one of the most important, significant challenges of this world because it really pits the contestants against each other as far as intellectual capacity goes and whatnot. So I think that was good. But again, with me, too much talking, it just like kills the excitement. I mean, I would have preferred maybe 1 or 2 simple sentences. Hello, my name is Martina la 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 la. I came from Spain. That's it. That should do it. I really don't care what you have in your head, So move on. Now, followed by a video clip about the sports challenge, which again is an important part of Miss World because, as you know, Miss World, as part of their evolution, they're trying to focus on the totality of being a woman. A woman can be just as strong and athletic and intelligent and talented as a man, etc., which is all great, which is all fine. I have no issue with that, but it's just too dragging. Again, everything was just too long and boring. And then head on to multimedia challenge, which, by the way, there's a spin-off from that. Before they returned to Puerto Rico, the Miss World organization announced 2 weeks previous to that the girls were required, at least the top 40 girls were required to do a digital social media challenge, which is not confused with the multimedia challenge. And I said to myself, why are you keeping why do you let the girls work so hard? I mean, they've already worked hard enough. Why add another challenge? What is the purpose? It doesn't make any sense. And then I just realized, again, it's all about marketing strategy. They want the girls to promote Miss World, blah, 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 do all these hashtags. It's another way for Miss World organization, again, I guess, to attract more followers by exploiting the top 40 girls. Syed, please.
This part really makes me uncomfortable and angry in a way. I mean, like, we all know in the end, like, how the winner is chosen.
Yes.
I really feel bad for the girls to be put through thinking it's an actual competition, and like these things, like these challenges, really count when we all know they don't. So, like, I feel really bad for the girls in the end. Like, if they are thinking that these things really count, then I think they're pretty foolish.
Mm-hmm. I know. I totally agree. All right, reading some of the comments briefly. Good morning from Sydney, Australia. Hello, Australia. Good morning. Lisalda from Puerto Rico says it was a brand new, beautiful venue, very poorly prepared for a Miss World presentation. Okay. Nashi says Miss World 2021, aside from being boring, the whole duration of the show is dark. The total impact is 3 times, and the host is not good. Okay. Where is Co? Jennifer says,
It's like
you know what? We don't know where Co is.
every time it's the same story with this world now. I don't know about last time I felt the same thing. Like, even though it was a bit tad better, but still, like, it just wasn't TV quality stuff. Like,
Right. That's true. Yeah, we don't know Co. We don't know where Co is because we invited. She invited herself to our chat. I told her, listen, I know it's too early. It's too early in Bangkok where she lives. It's probably 7 a.m. in Bangkok Friday. So either she's still in the shower, or she's still in bed, or she forgot to set up her alarm clock. I don't know. Or hopefully she'll show up. So Stephanie Del Valle had the biggest venue with the second biggest stage ever at that venue, but the Miss World organization did not honor the contract and changed everything for the worse, according to Lizalda. Thank you for that comment, Lizalda. Do you agree, Hector?
Well, the venue of the Coliseo is beautiful. It's one of the best in Puerto Rico, but like I don't, like he said before, the stage, the first original stage in the Coliseo was not that good. It was just simple stage, just a simple stage. Things happens, and honestly, yesterday it was not a lot of people inside of the venue. It was just a few ones. National directors, families, and maybe some fans and pageant bloggers, but it was not full capacity because what everything's happened, the people just lost the interest, in the pageant and promote the pageant and go into the pageant,
Right. Yeah. Somebody says the symphony for the pageant is not advisable. Too boring and doesn't blend together. Yeah, I kind of like. I find it very odd for a symphony orchestra, and then you have salsa, and then you have merengue. It's like a weird mixture of types of music and stuff. It's just. I mean, I think the orchestra was out of place. I really think, it's just really out of place. Poland looks like Margot Robbie. Who is that?
Yes. There was
Margot?
the Margot Robbie is a very famous American actress. She was nominated for Oscar and Golden Globe and Emmys and everything. And there was the common comment in the night by some pageant bloggers and people that she looks like this kind of actress, American actress. She looks like
vintage. She looks like someone from the 60s, 70s, like a famous actress. Like, I get that kind of old vintage feeling with her.
I better Google her because I've never heard of her, and I haven't been to the movies in 10 years, really. Everything to me is Netflix now. Okay, is she on Netflix? She's probably on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'll search her on Netflix. Somebody says Poland's first walk for getting her crown was so cringy. Yeah, I think we all agree. But I think it's not her fault. I think she just forgot about it. And speaking of Steve Douglas, he wasn't visible on stage. I didn't see his face.
Because he.
I know, right? Did they purposely hide him away or something? So.
No, because he was sitting on the table on the production table.
Okay.
You know, it was like 5 people. I think I sent a picture to you. He was sitting in the middle, and he was the one to to talk and blah blah blah.
Oh, he was like narrating. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know who Steve Douglas is actually the son of Julia Morley, I believe. So
if I had to choose like the worst host in pageant history, that would be him. It's just embarrassing. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Syed, you could literally write a book. Actually, no, not a book. A set of encyclopedias about this world. Starting from 1951 all the way to 2021.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, there's just so many things to talk about. Somebody says, okay, so everybody's asking our opinions about some of the contestants, etc. So we're going to talk about that as well. All right, so they showed all the video clips from all these different challenges, and then after they showed a video clip of the talent part, you have Miss Mongolia performing her talent. What does everybody think of Miss Mongolia's talent act? I thought it was great. I mean, that's okay. You know, that there's a reason why she won is because she was good at what she was doing until she fell. So did you like
that? Was hard. That was really difficult.
Yes.
Did you guys laugh when she fell, or
no?
I was just so shocked. I was just so shocked. Oh my god!
No, everybody inside of the venue was very concerned. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, what happened to her?" You know.
This should have been pre-recorded, in my opinion. They should have pre-recorded her performance.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. But she was doing great. Everybody there loved the
Mongolia.
Her presentation, and it was great.
Yeah, she was great. This was followed by a video clip of the top model competition that was held inside a mall, and I thought that was amazing. You know, Cote d'Ivoire won that challenge, followed by my girl Cameroon, and then followed by Puerto Rico, right? Second place,
yes.
Third place, Puerto Rico, yeah. And so that was a good challenge. And then let me see what happened. Oh, okay. So you have the same set of dancers from the beginning of the show returning, but this time they're doing a dance number with the girls. Wearing identical cocktail dresses by our good friend Hector Ashley
Lauren.
Hi, Ashley.
Yes, Ashley.
Ashley sponsored the wardrobe, the cocktail dresses. Some of the clothes for
Is it just me or the black really like kind of made it look very dull? Like,
who?
I don't know why they went with black dresses.
What color was the cocktail dress? Wasn't it like kind of like it was kind
black?
Of like it was it black or I forgot. Was it?
No. Okay.
It was
when they were dancing with the dancers and everything, it was gray by Ashley Lauren. But he's talking about when they called the top 12, everybody was in black dresses.
Black. That's right.
And it was the same in 2007 when Stephanie Del Valle won. All the girls came in black short dresses.
To be honest, I think I told Rafa about it. I did not even watch most of the show. I was like, I'm not putting myself through it.
Yeah. It's funny because
I watched the opening, the top 12, 12-6, and crowning. I was like, no way. I mean, it was so bad that I couldn't even watch it.
I know.
It's funny because you're not the only one who was not really watching the show fully. I sent a message.
I physically couldn't watch it. Like my eyes were like, okay.
Imagine me inside of the venue, just watching a record pageant like in YouTube. It was like, it was so hard, but
I think even Mr. International is like better for you.
I know. It just so anyway. So I messaged Michelle Vesvaldi, who is the national director for Canada, and I kept her, what do you think of this? What do you think of the segment? Like, what are you talking about? And I said, are you not watching the show? And she goes, I don't watch pageants. What? So don't waste my time on it. Let me continue watching the show. That'll be up later. Yeah, like a lot of people did not even bother watching the show because I guess they saw the first 10 minutes and they thought it was horrible, and they just turned their TV off, etc.
Yeah.
So it was just hilarious. So okay, more comments. Would you guys rather choose Miss World final or Miss International finals to watch?
It's
both,
a different voice.
both are boring. Well,
I guess.
I would choose Miss World just for the crowning moment.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
me too. Plus the Miss World coronation moment. I think that's actually, I'm in the process of preparing my next vlog. Things that I like about Miss World and things that I hate about Miss World. One of the things that I like about Miss World is that coronation moment, because everything looks so serene,
very pale, very queenly.
yeah, very queenly, very regal, and they have that little throne on the center of the stage and whatnot. That's one thing that I miss. I think Miss Universe for a long time had that.
Yes.
But now everybody rushes to the stage and hugs the girl, which I thought was really tacky.
Yeah.
So Paula Sugar, if you're watching this, that's the pointer that you need to know, okay?
They can do the coronation like Miss World too. Like they can put the crown on the throne. I don't know why they don't do it. But
Right, yeah.
I guess that's a Miss World thing now. So
It's part of their
Yeah, it's like an iconic moment from Miss World.
Yeah.
You know, when they
it's one of
put the
things-
crown and the queen kiss the crown and put the crown, and this royalty music. You know, it's something that you can imagine that you are walking with the
Very
crown.
British. Yeah.
All right. Another comment. So yeah, to answer your question, Mohammed, would you guys rather choose Miss World? I think all three of us would rather watch Miss World, only for the coronation moment. I mean, there's certain things about Miss International that I really like, but the coronation towards the end is just really dead, just really boring. And I hate that Miss International crown with a cushion thingy. I mean, do they ever clean or wash that cushion?
Yeah, I find it pretty interesting actually, that crown. I mean, I think Miss International and Miss Poland used to have that cushion kind of a crown. I found that very unique. I don't know, it's just me.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's okay, but do they ever replace the cushion though, or do they send them to a dry cleaner? I don't know. Because how old is that cushion? Did they ever replace it? I don't know. Comment from Lizalda about Fernando Allende. His grandfather was Puerto Rican. His son was one of the singers of Island Girl, and his wife was a judge last night.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Isn't there a conflict of interest right there when you have the wife of judging?
Miss World, Miss World is like a family.
The director on the panel, right? Like how many times now?
So it's all in the family. But I don't understand. If it's all in the family, how come Miss World organization never sent me an invitation to be a judge? I'm part of the family, right? I just don't get it. Hello? I just don't get it. Amar said, the only thing that I enjoyed about last night's final was the acrobatic of Miss Somalia.
Mongolia.
Oh, I think you meant Mongolia, Amar. Yes. No, Miss Somalia, with her outfit and her hijab, there's no way in hell that she would ever perform somersault or acrobats on stage. I think it's against Sharia law or something. No. Somebody says, I'm very proud of Mexico because she was always ahead in the challenges, and she won the sports challenge, and pageant bloggers never placed her, but she got in the top 6 anyway. Yeah, I didn't really care much for Mexico. She sent me a nasty email at one point because she's good friends with Miss United States, and everybody knows I hate Miss United States, so everybody's together, so whatever. But I'm glad that she made the top 6. Jennifer says Margot Robbie is the star of Suicide Squads. Okay, maybe I'll start looking into that. Okay, Miss Mexico has been living in Houston, Texas for such a long time. That's why your English is so American. Yeah, she sounds so American.
Yes.
American. David, our good friend David Mendoza. Hello, Hector, Rafa, and Syed. Hi, David. Yeah, David is one of our most loyal, wonderful, amazing friends. I really hope, David, you join our chat one of these days. I want to see your face. Okay.
Yes.
And also to the other regular followers, fans, who commenters, chatters, if you want to join this discussion, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to accommodate you guys. So yeah. All right. So moving on. Top model was won by Cote d'Ivoire. Okay. So yeah, this is I wrote in one of my comments. The orchestra looks so bored and out of place during the intros. The conductor is just standing there. Peter and Fernando shows a video of the contestants having fun and attending several activities, which is great. Again, all this video was pre-recorded back in December. And notice that in the background voice was that of Stephanie's voice. It was Stephanie's voiceover. So they used her. So even though she was not there physically last night, she was also there. At least her voice was used. Okay. So, and I felt really, really bad. Really, I really feel the more I read about these things, the more I realize, oh my God, I feel really bad for Stephanie. Because she took on a challenge. I know she's young. She's still very naive. She took on a big challenge with the assumption that everything would pull through, would be successful. But little did she know that there's so many politics, logistics involved in actually organizing and producing a big pageant like Miss World, in Puerto Rico. I think her heart was in a good place, but for some reason, she I don't know. It was just too bad. Anyway, so moving on. Okay, so this is the part where Fernando sings. He sings El Viejo San Juan. Oh, San Juan. While the orchestra plays in the background, so which is great. It was more like, actually when he was singing, I actually had to go to the bathroom and pee because it was like I haven't had a bathroom break yet. So I went to the bathroom. Okay, well who's singing? So I can wait. All right, so the orchestra. Okay, so the orchestra continues playing while the top 40 comes out of the stage. So, and they were introduced again. Oh, by the way, let's talk about the introduction of the top 40. What did you think? They didn't talk. They didn't actually introduce themselves verbally. It was again the announcer. Was that Steve Douglas who was doing all the announcements?
Right? No, it was Fernando Allende downstairs.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's the part where the girls were walking in the evening gown, right? The top 40 or something.
Top 40?
Yeah, they're walking in the evening gown. That's the part we're talking about,
right? Okay.
All right. So I thought that was his singing voice was very soothing, I have to say. So that's great. All right. Now they announced originally the top 12. Okay. And I didn't know anything about the tie. I was like, I don't know if they did that on purpose or was that, you know what I mean? Or maybe they made a horrible error. Maybe one of the contestants should not have been in the original top 12. And then maybe Cote d'Ivoire should have been there, but instead they accepted the one that they shouldn't have been there. So therefore they made this fake, phony top 13 slot. That's my opinion, okay? You can disagree, but that's my opinion. All right, so
Hector, do you have any scoop? You're smiling.
What?
Does he have any scoop on that? Because he's smiling.
Well, because I was sitting at this table that I can watch everything on the teleprompter. And as soon everybody was like, oh my God, okay, top 12. But it was like, it's another one on the top 13. And everybody was like, what? And then we know, because you can watch the teleprompter, that the 13th semifinalist was Cote d'Ivoire. And most of the family members on the back, they already know that she was a semifinalist because they read on the teleprompter.
Okay, right, yeah.
It was like, everybody was like, another one? Because we were reading the teleprompter, And most of the people already know before she called as a top 12. It was like a funny thing, everybody, oh my God, Cote d'Ivoire. By the way, she had a lot of family members, friends, and fans from Cote d'Ivoire present in the venue. And they start like yelling like, Oli, 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 because she name is Olivia, but it was like maybe like 60 people from Cote d'Ivoire.
Wow. Or maybe some of them are, have emigrated to America. Actually, she went to school in America. That's why her English. She sounds American.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah,
she went to a 4-year college in the U.S. and that's why she speaks English. She sounds like an American. So maybe she invited some of her American Cote d'Ivoirian friends, to the show as well. So, so Vietnam was the first girl to be called because she won the Digital Media Challenge Award. So that automatically made her into the top 12. Followed by Mexico, which I didn't have any problem with, whatever. Northern Ireland to me was a surprise because she was not on my list, but I think she was on most of everybody's list. I think. What do you think? Was Northern Ireland on your list, Syed?
Yeah.
Was she? Okay. I mean, yeah. Who was on my list? Oh, I think I had Ireland on my list, not Northern Ireland, but Ireland. Speaking of Ireland, St. Patrick's Day, March 17. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Woohoo! Northern Ireland was followed by Philippines, Tracy Perez, followed by Poland. Let me be honest. Poland was not on my radar. Can you believe it?
Me neither.
What?
She was never on my radar. No, I know other pageant bloggers were talking about Poland, how pretty she is and stuff and everything. But for some reason, she didn't really grab my attention.
Yeah, she wasn't like Rosanna Davison. Rosanna Davison,
Smiley, yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, she's tall, she's blonde, she's blue-eyed, and here we are. We're trying to promote a different type of beauty. And who wins? A tall, blonde, blue-eyed beauty from Poland. Followed by Somalia. Now, Somalia, of course, was not on my list because she's more Canadian than she is Somalian, right, Syed? She was born in
I think she's more Kenyan or Canadian than.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, see, that's another thing that I don't like about Miss World is because they claim that they have all these strict rules as far as selecting contestants, that you have to crown this girl in the country that they're representing. But the thing is, she was crowned in Canada, right? She was appointed.
She wasn't even crowned. That part bothers me because, I mean, it's fine if she's Canadian or Kenyan, but the fact that she never even stepped foot in the country and like she was designated, I don't know.
Yeah. So I wonder if she sent herself. Maybe she's her own national.
No, it's the Somali organization, the Somali Youth Organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an organization based in Somalia, actually, Mogadishu.
Okay.
But they appointed her, so.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. But Somalia was not on my list. But I think my problem is that when I see a girl wearing a hijab, to me, automatically, she's not representing her country. She's representing her religion. So again, when you're trying to judge everybody on equal footing, how are you going to judge a religious girl from the other secular girls? You know what I mean?
I think in case of Somalia, I don't know if I should go into the history. These kind of garbs, I think the same thing I saw even in Iraq when I was there. You had women in skirts wearing this hijab. So in some cases, it's more like a traditional cultural thing. In Somalia, like when there was a communist regime, women didn't used to wear this hijab or anything. But after 1991, after the communist regime fell, I think that this became more like a cultural thing because the country went more conservative. So all the things came with that. So I think for Somalis and even for like a lot of Arab countries, more than religious, it's cultural. I wouldn't say the same thing about Iranians or like about Afghans where women are forced. But in these cases, I think we can give them a pass. I don't know. This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. But that was the only reason why I did not make Somalia in my. I mean, granted, I have to say she has one of the most beautiful faces, and then I mean, she could be on the cover of Vogue. or Harper's Bazaar magazine.
Somali girls are very pretty. I mean, a lot of famous models like.
Oh my God, Iman! Remember Iman? Iman
Yes.
from Somalia. Yeah. So yeah, I would, but I would love to see a Somalian girl not wearing hijab the next year. Should they decide to send another representative? Because again, show us your hair. I'm sure she has a beautiful hair. There's nothing.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Because that's why I'm wondering. There are a lot of Somali girls that don't wear hijab. So, especially if you go so there are two Somalias. One is Somaliland and one is the federal Somalia. So Somaliland, a lot of women don't wear hijab. So I don't know why they can't send girls from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Somaliland. Maybe there will be a representative of Somaliland next year.
Oh, they're not a country, but they're just part of Somalia.
Oh, well, if they can accept Crimea and Miss Earth, why not Somaliland?
Oh, come on. Miss Earth doesn't count for me.
Topic. Another topic.
Hawaii. Miss World accepted Hawaii in 2001. And you know why? Because the university in Hawaii was giving the scholarship. So they just decided to include Hawaii in 2001. I don't know why. And they never appeared again.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay, and then after Somalia, USA. What do we think of USA?
Okay, continue with the chat, please.
Yeah, can we do that? I mean, the thing is, we don't have anything personal against Shree in the sense that she's an educated girl. She has an amazing story, but I don't know if all the things are true, why she needed to stoop to this level to kind of, I don't know, become so controversial. And knowing everything about Alyssa and about the organization, I don't feel why she had to do all this. I really don't get it. And not just that, even the other things she said. And even the funny part is I didn't even know all the story before I started questioning things about her, just based on the posts and stories I saw on her Instagram. I was like, this girl is just either taking, there was something off about it. I can't tell, and then when I saw her being crowned, out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? So.
Yeah.
I think mostly it has to do, I would put the responsibility on the organization for, being so deceitful.
Well, it's all about the MONEY, right?
Yes. What I need to say about this is just one thing. Her history or whatever she do it or whatever she was doing before, it was impressed a lot to Miss World organization, because I heard that from a people from the organization inside. They tell me Hector, she's amazing and we are impressed with her history. But let's see what happened. Let's see what is going to be this year as Miss World America and as Miss World Beauty with the Purpose Ambassador. Let's see. I don't have nothing against her, but let's see what happens.
Well, let's talk about the new award that she won. It's called Beauty Ambassador. She was one of the top 6 recipients of the Beauty with a Purpose Award, but they had to choose one to be added to the top 12/13 group. So they specifically created a new award just to be given to her just so she could accompany the winner, Miss World from Poland, to her trips. So imagine your first run-up tagging along with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
Are they going to share the same room, in a hotel room? I hope not.
My thing is the ambassador should be the Miss World, right?
Yes.
Exactly. That's why they picked her to be the winner. She should be the ambassador, but no, so She had to
It's
get
very
another
fishy.
award.
The whole thing is very fishy. Like
That's why I never understand why Stephanie Del Valle was a beauty and with the purpose ambassador like 3 years. And what about the winner? What about the the real Miss World? It's just something that I never understand.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, so there's a lot of like questions revolving around Shree. I've never met her in person. I've never, but just by the way she speaks, I'm sort of like good in analyzing body language, even also facial expressions and whatnot. So when I hear something that somebody is talking about in a video or whatever, and I tend to analyze on his facial expressions and also their manual language, shoulder, everything. So I can see right and then, okay, this person is faking. And that's what I gathered from watching Shree's videos. And also the fact that she posted on her social media like pages and pages and pages of all her accomplishments, of all her humanitarian and charitable.
What kind of a normal person does that?
Nobody. I don't know anybody who does that.
And her hospital video being crowned with a sash. Yeah. Like, what? Like, I mean, just crazy, like cultish kind of behavior.
Yeah, it is quite very, very fishy. So I don't know, but you know what? There are some people who like Shree, which is great. Which is support your girl. If you love your girl, fine, go ahead and support her. That's fine. But I was just wondering, but this is going to be a very, very interesting year for Poland, for Miss Poland, because knowing that she has to travel everywhere and being accompanied by her first runner-up, now Miss World Americas, Shree finally got her Miss World title. So she should be.
It's funny. Before this chat, I was actually watching this video from a South African pageant vlogger. Her name is Rena Hendricks, something like that. And at the end of the video, she did mention, like, what if Miss World doesn't get to complete her reign and Shree takes over? So that's one thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Yes. If you saw the pictures of the crowning moment, and you saw the video, in some moments you can watch Miss Poland's face like something weird is happening right now, but
I would be scared.
Yes, because if you go to Miss World Instagram, is a video that she's talking maybe a few minutes after she won, and I know that the real purpose of the video was to record Miss World, not Miss World and the first runner-up and the second runner-up, and you can watch Miss Poland like try to
actually let's watch that crowning moment. I think I saved it in my bookmark.
Wait, before that,
go ahead.
Hold on. So remember that part where they start talking about BWAP, like Beauty with a Purpose, and they said like, oh, we're gonna interview England, and they're like, oh, we're not gonna do that because we're out of time. Like,
oh my God, that was so embarrassing. Oh my God, yeah, that was very embarrassing. There were a lot of like glitches like that. I think Hector, you told me, right? You watched the show again, and then you noticed there were so many errors and so many.
Yes, it was so many production mistakes. It was so very bad.
Let's watch the crowning moment. Let's see if you guys can see this. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tony looks gorgeous.
Yes.
And it's the first time I think that both the winner and the new.
Look at Fernando.
Yes.
Oh shit! Commercial. Hold on.
Okay.
Commercial.
That's okay.
The ad. There we go. Cote d'Ivoire. So what do you think of her gown?
I love her. I like her. I don't like the dress for her.
Yeah, I like her little head.
I was actually I was thinking she might win, and I was wondering if they're gonna take that headpiece off, because that would signal that she might be the winner. But they didn't take it off.
Right.
So I kind of figured.
Look at USA's reaction. Like she was shocked. She was pissed. Like, yeah, right. Me? No, I was thinking.
Well, maybe because she was thinking she was the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was something there. I agree.
There's another glitch right there.
And I think Poland was genuinely surprised. I don't think she thought she was gonna win.
Yes.
She was surprised.
Yeah, she was surprised. Yeah.
And looks what happened now with him. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes. It's funny because I was, by this time of the crowning moment, I was not sitting at my table. I was just back on the judges table. And then came this man with this card. And this is the moment I sent a message to Rafa to say, Rafa, Cote d'Ivoire is the second runner-up and Poland is the winner, because I don't have the opportunity to really watch the name of the first runner-up, you know? But most of the people, when this guy came to take Julia, most of the people know already that Poland was the winner. You know, everything was like very weird.
Look at USA.
Yes.
I mean, her photos. Did you see the photos? Like,
oh, the memes and stuff. Okay.
I have a lot of pictures that I'm going to post later in my Instagram, and you can watch her face.
Yeah, even the ones that Rafa posted, like, you could see her face.
It's priceless. I remember when I was the night before of the pageant, because I just waiting for Cameroon and Bahamas to bring the dresses and everything. And then she came with other girls to the lobby of the hotel. It was like 1 a.m. in the morning. And then she looks at me like, I know who you are. I know you share Rafa's post. You know, she wants to tell me something, but she was looking at me like, ugh. And then I was like, inside of me, I was like, yes. But because she was, honestly, she looks me like this, like, and I was all the time like,
it was amazing. Good job.
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay.
If I was Poland, I had to give her one advice for the year: watch your back.
That's right. Well, no, I really think, I wonder if she knows how to defend herself. I mean, does she know karate? Does she know any of these martial arts? I mean, you never know. You know, that's why I think she should ask Julia to give her own hotel room. She cannot have a roommate every time she travels, you know, because no one knows. And Miss Poland, if you're watching this, please do not accept any drink from anyone, period. Stranger or acquaintance or any of your members of your family.
Never accept any cash or anything. No money.
Oh God.
None whatsoever. Think about ethics and morality here. All right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not worth the crown.
Not worth the crown at all. All right, let's read some of the comments here. It's very common now, okay, that some of these girls live in the United States with dual citizenship and passport. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so they have the luxury of representing whatever country they want to represent, as long as they have that citizenship.
Tranquilo.
Lex says, Tito Rafa just finished work and got here. Have you discussed the other Miss World yet? Can you comment whether that's normal for a runner-up to tag along for a year and to be in press conference? Yeah. Did anybody, if you guys watched the Miss World press conference this morning, on
Yes.
Instagram. I did. Actually, I was trolling it.
Yeah, I saw the post. Yeah, that was really.
Yeah, so some of us watch it. It was, I don't know, it's weird. Why would the first runner-up be part of the press conference? You know, it has never happened before.
No.
Again, you know, people. Again, you know, I mean, some of you people out there who are watching the show, you might like Shree, you might support her, you might support the United States, and you're probably glad and happy that she wins. But at least consider some of us who find it very questionable the fact that she won a special award that was specifically designed for her, the fact that she gets to travel with Miss World, the fact that she has to appear in every press conference where the winner is supposed to appear. So all of these things to us are like very weird. They're like very.
And how she got for the pageant.
She's what?
And how she got into the pageant.
How she got into the pageant. How she was crowned. How she was crowned Miss World America and replaced the original legitimate winner, Alyssa Anderegg, whom I interviewed last week. So yeah, so those are questions that are valid. I mean, we're not here to, you know, to create any argument or fight with you guys, but these are questions that have been haunting us, and I think, you know, they're valid. These questions are valid. Another comment about, okay, hold on. To be completely honest, Miss USA is so faking. She's so faking it until she's getting it. Okay. Miss World America organization should be held accountable for all this drama, not Shree. Yeah, that's true. Not only Miss World America, but also Miss World organization, because they allowed the acceptance of Shree as U.S.'s representative.
How many times have like the license in Miss World like changed hands and you like in
the last 20 years, I would say probably 7 different changes.
Yeah.
7 directors, yeah, have held it. Somebody says Miss World is a cooking show. They fixed the winners since the final telecast began. Yeah, I think we know that. Julia already fixed the winner.
Yes.
Like
that's why I feel bad for the girls taking part in these challenges, thinking that like they count. They don't.
Exactly. So all these challenges, they're just a facade. They're just decorations. They don't mean anything. They don't really. Crown Sisters, Summer, hi Summer. She's watching. Summer says, though the winner of Miss Poland was never on my radar, Poland deserves the crown. Yeah, definitely. Now, however, I was utterly disappointed with the pageant in general, with the exclusion of the following in the top 6, such as Venezuela, the Bahamas, India, and the Philippines. I think she has the Philippines as her favorite round. Yeah, we can talk about that later. Let's admit Co is finally in the house. But first, we have to ask her, are you vaccinated, Co?
Oh.
All right, let's admit her. All right, so Somalia, USA, Colombia made the top 13, Czech Republic, France, Indonesia, and of course, Cote d'Ivoire was the 13th semifinalist. So yeah.
Are you surprised Cameroon didn't make the top 12?
Who? Yeah, I was very surprised Cameroon did not make, or even Bahamas. I was so shocked. There's no Caribbean girl that made the top 13. No Caribbean. No Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic was in my top 5.
Oh yeah, she was good. I really liked her.
Dominican Republic, yeah. But she won Miss World Caribbean, which I'm happy for. But she there's no Bahamas, there's no Cameroon. So I felt really, really bad, especially with the Bahamas, because I thought she had the chance, she had the biggest chance to make it all the way to the top 12. But I guess it was not meant to be. All right. So while we're waiting for Co to that's not Co. Co, did you have
yes.
Oh my God! What happened to your face? Do you now identify as a dog?
That's my boy. Actually, I put the wrong account to get in, but it's okay.
Because it's in Thai. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a cute dog! Oh my God, it's so adorable. What's the dog's name? Is it okay? What's the dog's name?
Melbourne.
Melvin. Oh, Melbourne, like the city in Australia. Melbourne.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
It's a French poodle, right?
Yes, it's French Bulldog.
All right. What a cute dog!
Have you seen my face?
He looks like Steve Douglas.
Oh God.
Oh, come on. Be nice to the dog.
Have you seen my face, by the way?
No.
No, we haven't. We want to see your cute face instead of your dog.
Right. Okay. So you
Why
just
don't you log out and log back in with your personal account, with your real account?
Okay. I will try again. Okay. I will try again.
So while we're waiting for Co's to come back with her own face, let's read some of the comments here. Yeah. So what do you think? Okay, the biggest surprise was India. I was like totally shocked. She was actually my favorite to win, and so it's most of everybody else had her as a winner. What happened? Can someone please tell me what happened? What happened with India? What's that?
I didn't find her anything special.
Okay, that's fine.
Just like she was like any Miss India winner.
Okay, Hector, what do you think?
Well, I had the opportunity to talk to her after the pageant, and I had the opportunity to see her and talk to her in the beginning of the pageant in November. She's like I said before, she's a pure class. She's a very chic girl, but I don't know. She looks better on photos and videos, and when you saw her on person, she's beautiful, but she's not that beautiful, but she have a lot of class. She's very well educated. She have a lot of good manners. I have a lot of pictures that I'm going to post later, and she looks great. But I don't know. I was impressed that she don't go to the top 6, because no matter what, I really like her. But I don't know. It was about the judges. They have a lot of judges this time. It was like 12 or 13, and maybe persons or people that we never know who they are.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe that can explain why India was not in the top 6. But beside of that, she's a good contestant. She was a good contestant. In every way.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm actually surprised that it's not about Miss India in particular, but I'm surprised that India hasn't hosted Miss World, despite the fact that Julia and Times of India has a very close relationship. Like they even dropped the Miss Universe franchise for Julia at one point. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Well, at least we're glad, she made as far as the top 12, but I was really hoping she at least would have cracked the top 6. Okay, so Venezuela, another surprise. What do we think of Venezuela's exclusion from the top 12?
I didn't like her.
Okay.
She looked like any other Miss Venezuela.
What do you think of Venezuela?
Okay, I never had the opportunity to see her in the beginning of the pageant, just maybe one time, but it was something very far. But when I saw her in the lobby, when they came from the rehearsals, she have a beautiful freaking face. She had the $1 million face. But I was impressed. I don't have nothing against petite or short girls, but she's short. She's too short. She's something that I was like, what? She's Miss Venezuela. I was like, she looks like a 12-year-old girl, Again, she's beautiful. She's very now I understand why she is too loud. She's like, Venezuela, you know,
very
Puerto Rico,
expressive.
you know,
Yeah.
you have all this, you know, fire inside of her. But when I saw her on the lobby, I was like, what? This is Miss Venezuela. Well, she can compete in Miss Puerto Rico Petite or Miss Venezuela Petite or something like that, you know. But you know,
but I think isn't she just as short as Tony Ann's thing?
Yeah, no, more short. She's more
shorter. She's shorter than Tony Ann. Okay.
Yeah, Tony Ann is short, but Tony, you know, she have this, you know, this star something, you know, but she's short.
Surprising, given that she's coming from Venezuela. I thought they didn't select short girls.
You know, she had the Miss World face or mold, but she's very petite, very
Okay. Another. What do we think of Indonesia? Indonesia made the top 6.
I like Indonesia. I don't know. Yeah. Ever since like the pageant started, I liked her.
Me too. I love her. Yes.
Yeah, she was actually my number 6 in the top.
I'm actually surprised she wasn't in the top 3. I was really surprised.
Yes,
given
I
like
agree with you.
that Julia and Liliana are very close to each other.
I think my not my prediction, but I would expect to see Indonesia as a first runner-up. But Rafa, you can ask most of the people. You can ask Ganesh, the Indian guy. I say before of the pageant, Miss USA is going to be the first runner-up. You're going to see that and see what happened. But I was expecting Indonesia as a first runner-up. I don't know why, but
yeah, I think USA stole Indonesia's spot.
Yes,
top 3. I really do. Again, I would think that, you know, Miss USA's family has something to do with it. It has already been, you know, bought, you know. So, anyways, I have earlier today several fans texted me their questions, and I just want to read some of these questions. One of them is, what caused? We talked about this earlier. What caused the booing? All that booing at the finals. Do you think Miss Indonesia and Miss Cote d'Ivoire deserve all that booing? Were they booed? Indonesia and Cote d'Ivoire?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No, the people in Puerto Rico, not the people in Puerto Rico, the guys on the upper level, the fans, they boo Brooke Pierce, that is an entrepreneur, American entrepreneur, whatever. He was a shy actor. He lived in Puerto Rico because of the 22 law and blah, 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 you know, and he buy a lot of properties in Puerto Rico. He's a very rich guy, and this is the guy.
He's into cryptocurrency.
Yes, and he's the crypto king, and he was the guy in charge after.
He looks very cryptic.
Yeah,
he looks
and
he looks like he's a cult leader or something.
I said the same thing. I was
oh my god! He looks scary.
And the people in the upper level was booing him when he was talking, and that's why when you watch the pageant, you see him like try to talk more louder because the people was booing, you know. And then when they present Julia, the people, the fans on the upper level, they booing Julia too, you know. But you know,
pretty much everybody in the Miss World organization.
Yeah.
Was it Hector? Was it like really bad booing, or was it like?
No, it was really bad. What happened is the sound of the transmission was very bad, and you can feel it. You know, you can, you know, but inside of the venue, it was very bad. You know, and most of the time the people were screaming, Stephanie, you know. And then when Julia stand up, not all the people, but most of the fans, oh, Julia, boo, whatever. Well, you know, Julia was like happy, and you know.
Yeah. Well, I think the Puerto Rican fans who booed Brock were supporters of Stephanie. They loved Stephanie, so that's right. The booing was basically because of that.
Yes.
They also booed well, I'm sure some of the Venezuelans in the audience booed the judges.
Yes,
Venezuela was
yes.
not included in the top 12. So there are all these issues and stuff and everything. Comment about Stephanie from Lizalda. Stephanie is not naive. She handled everything over before they screwed her. Okay. She was a queen, then the first ambassador with a purpose for 2 years, and the Miss that made more money for the Miss World organization. That's from Lizalda.
Yes, that's true.
That's like after everything she has done with Miss World, and then to end up like this, it's just sad to see.
Yeah, it's like I said, you know, if you're a beauty queen, don't go to be a national director or don't try to bring your pageant to your country because, you know, look, from grace to disgrace. And what Julia said in the last press release before the pageant is like, sorry, Stephanie, but you are a liar. You know, whatever she said is false. And you and Miss World need to see that. Again, I don't have nothing against her, but I don't know how she feel it, you know, with these all press statements by Julia and Miss World organization. She was supposed to be the presenter, and then she, you know, from grace to disgrace as Miss World.
Right.
This is something that never nobody expected, you know, but it's a business. Miss World is a business, you know, and they need to care about their business. And
yeah,
if
exactly.
they need to talk about something else, somebody, they don't have any issue with that, you know. But
okay, all right. So Ko is back. Hi, Ko.
hello, Ko.
Hi.
Kapuka.
Kapuka. Sawadika. Ko, do you know Syed? Yasir?
No, it's the first time. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Okay, so he knows a lot about Miss World because he's been following Miss World for a long time. And I think you still contribute to Missology, correct?
Not really that much anymore, but I used to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Did you see that?
And he was instrumental in sending Miss Iraq to Miss World this year.
And Miss Universe.
And Miss Universe as well. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
No,
But he doesn't like Miss Iraq and Miss World this year.
Oh, really?
Of course
Okay.
you would say that.
All right.
Okay, first of all, I would like to tell you, Syed, I really admire anyone that who sent Miss Iraq, you know, because I would love to see Muslim lady to join the pageant.
She's
you
not
know.
Muslim. She's Christian.
Christian?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, she's a mean Christian girl.
Right. But anyway, I want Iraq to come back and join like the world activity. So I really admire that someone try to send the Middle East lady to join the pageant and also to be the voice of the Middle East ladies. Thank you indeed for doing that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, as you know, people who have just tuned in to our show, Ko is the website master for KP1 Worldwide. If you, she's based in Thailand, and she does a lot of all these interviews with pageant personalities. Not only pageant personalities, but also people in the media, people in the movie industry as well, right?
Yes.
Oh yes,
Wow.
she knows all sorts of people. Yeah, yeah. So she's expanding her empire.
Thank you. Let's take just interview a guy for a very famous murder case in Thailand that the actress has been died mysteriously. I just interviewed that guy. It's very risky mission. Okay, but it's good. It's good. It's raise awareness.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you know, Ko, did you watch Miss World Telecast?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah. All right. So I asked everybody's opinion. What do you think of the overall production? Was it good? Was it bad? From a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? I would give it a 3, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I just give only
so
3 or 4. 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah. But quite surprised for me because I expect the show would be longer.
Well, it was it was like almost 4 hours, I think, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
3 hours.
It was 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours.
actually, I'm satisfied for the length because I expect that it's going to be, lengthy and boring. And kind of prepare some pillows.
I think a lot of people started falling asleep. 10 minutes into the show, like, oh, dozing off.
I salute you guys for like watching this through. Like, I don't know how you guys did this.
But I think
you guys deserve an award for that. They should create an award for those watching this film.
I almost fell asleep quite several times, but every time I got woke up by, I have nothing. I see, a song. There's a lot of songs sang throughout the contest. Yeah.
Which I thought I appreciated all the singing and the dancing. Again, when I watch a pageant, I'm looking for the entertainment value, and I think all that singing and dancing sort of like was there actually entertained me to a certain extent. Yeah, but the whole overall production was, I think it's much worse this year than, let's say, from 2019 when it was held in London. I mean, there's such a big difference, between the
Yes.
years, big difference.
I really liked in 2019 when Tony won. I really liked the show. It was a nice show.
Yeah,
but it was still nothing compared to what we have seen before. Like,
yes,
I was watching this documentary on Miss World 1999, and they were talking about the stage set, like, so.
Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, Ko, what do you think of the official results?
Pardon? Say again.
What do you think of the results? What do you think of Poland's winning?
Okay. Personally, all right. If anyone read my poll and read my banner, I just put down that some surprise that could possibly emerge were USA and Poland. So for me, at the beginning, overall, all right. I think Poland for me, just probably the best is top 12 for me. Personally, all right. Personally, I mean, she can put in, but I don't think if I could be a judge, I probably not put her into top 6. Okay, but for USA also, both of them probably, if I was a judge, they might be stopped at top 12. But because we're not engaging in I'm not engaging in the pageant, so there might be some backroom points that make them get into a very high position. But for USA, I think that's too far, honestly, too far. Yeah.
Syed, would like to comment?
Yeah, I have a conspiracy theory. What if they
I love conspiracy theories. Go for it.
What if they crown Poland for a reason and place US first runner up?
Okay. Well, okay. There's a conspiracy theory that says that the only reason why they crowned Poland is because of the war in Ukraine, that Poland has been accepting refugees from the Ukraine, and that the Miss World organization wants to take advantage of this crisis as to attract more attention, not only to Poland, but also to the pageant itself. That's what
if they have something on her? That's why they chose her. I don't know.
Yeah, I strongly believe in this reason, which is the main cause that's brought her a crowd. I don't mean that she's not good enough. I mean, she's very beautiful. She's okay. But this at this time, all right, in Europe, especially in the Eastern Europe, there is a big crisis between Ukraine and Russia, and Poland is a very vital role. And if Ukraine fall, Poland will be the first forefront of Europe.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, defense. Yeah, to defend the whole Europe from Russia invasion. So I think it's kind of appreciation. Okay, it's kind of appreciation and kind of support shown by UK, which is UK is the main part of NATO. That's the biggest ally of US. So I think it's very significant part to raise awareness and to turn
okay.
it
You know what?
into
If Miss World is really actually craving for publicity, they should have Julia should have allowed Ukraine and Russia to be in the top 40. Wouldn't that would make a good show? Don't you think? That would have really made a more dramatic, entertaining show.
Russia wouldn't be.
And Russia and Ukraine being in the top 2 would be great. Would have been great. And Ukraine winning over Russia. Ooh, that. But neither country made the cut this year. It's unfortunate. Actually, they showed a video clip of Miss World Ukraine.
Yes.
Correct? Doing the show.
And 2016.
2016. And that was, I don't know what you guys think of that little ceremony they had on stage with Tony Ann singing and lighting candles. I mean, there were fake candles.
It was a good intention, but it was not look good on TV.
It didn't sound sincere. It didn't look sincere.
Okay, I have a comment about this stuff. I mean, there has been like so many wars over the last 20 years. Why are they highlighting this one? I don't understand.
Right.
Oh, because it's the one right now. It's the one right now, and if you go into this, I know. But they already got the attention of CNN. If you go into CNN,
you're right.
You have they have this
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
And I wonder too if Julia knew that Russia would invade the Ukraine. I wonder if she really knew that in advance. So that's why she purposely excluded those 2 countries.
And Julia actually started a war in Nigeria, and during the 2002 broadcast, they only mentioned one line. Just one line about the whole thing. And now they're like.
Okay. Question for Yasir from Summer of Crown Sisters. If an organization such as Miss World wants to raise the profile of its pageant, why does the organization always go for very low profile finalists and winners? Do you understand the question?
They're all the same, aren't they?
Yeah. Let's see.
Cote d'Ivoire had a very big profile.
No, wait. I just want to say something about that. So, about this question. No matter what, who was the top 12, if you had the opportunity to go to read their histories and everything, they are not low profile girls. They are high.
They're all well accomplished. Yeah, they're all well accomplished, well educated. Yep.
Yes. You have Poland, you have Cote d'Ivoire, you have Shree, no matter what, she's doing a lot.
Remember, just Excel, Micro spreadsheet, 200 pages of it.
But they are very high profile girls,
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I hope that answers your question, Summer. Okay, here's another. What is Alyssa and their eggs reaction after Shree Saini won Beauty with a Purpose Ambassador, first runner-up, and Miss World America? So Shree actually has 3 accomplishments in one night, more so than Poland.
Alyssa mentioned something in your interview that she might win a special award, right? If I'm not
Yes.
wrong.
Yes,
I saw that
I remember
entire
that. I
happened.
remember that.
Yeah, I saw the entire interview. She said that.
And it happened, which is really very unusual, you know. I don't know. I haven't spoken with Alyssa yet, but I think she was traveling. I asked her, "Are you going to watch the show tonight?" And she said, "No, because I'm traveling."
I must say, like Alyssa, like just watching that interview, like I feel really bad for her. Like she seems so nice and sweet. And it's
Yes.
just so unfair what
Mhm.
happened with her. Like
Yes, she is very, and it's just too bad. Again, you know, I blame the Miss World organization because they allowed this thing to happen. You know, out of financial motive. I really don't know. You know, so another question: do you think Miss World finals gave us fair results? Well, the fact that Poland won, well, there was no competition. Everything was based on whoever
Yes.
wanted to win. There was no contest. There was no contest. Again, Miss World is never transparent. It has never been transparent, as far as I know, since day one that I started, you know, following the pageant. I don't know if there actually used accountants. Hector, do you know if they're accountants who are picking
Well,
scorecards?
yesterday, I'm not sure if they have an accountant, but I just saw the judges and I see the papers with the list and I saw the points by, of course, not every judge, but I saw the judges writing their points for every candidate.
Okay, all right.
That's
So-
what I saw.
so-
That's
yeah.
what I saw when I was in the back of the judging panel.
Okay. So once they collected all the scorecards, they give them to Julia Morley. Julia pretends to calculate.
yeah,
And
we all
then-
know. We all know.
she pretends to calculate the points, and it just so happened that Cote d'Ivoire had the most number of points that she should have won, but she doesn't like Cote d'Ivoire. She prefers Poland, so she changes the scores. She puts Poland as the winner, followed by USA.
But
Because
to give
has a lot of
Julia
money.
benefit of, in Julia's credit, she does pick good winners though.
She does.
She
That's
does
true.
pick good winners.
Yes,
Including Poland. I think
yes,
that
but somebody told me yesterday that sometimes she loved one girl or she wants this girl to win, and sometimes this girl is not the winner. It was not the winner.
Interesting.
Interesting, yes. We can talk this in another chat, but I received this information from somebody that really was working directly, and because I make a comment and he said, this person said to me, you know, maybe sometimes she wants this to win, but the judge's decision is another one. You know.
That's surprising because I just assume.
I know, and I'm with you. I know, but when I heard that, I was like, well, you never know.
Okay. Another question here. What is your reaction about several Indonesian pageant fans who attack pageant vlogger Adam Chinado, who is Filipino, about his opinion about Miss Indonesia not deserving to be in the top 6? I haven't seen that video, but
I saw the video. Is just his opinion, and he have all the right to talk whatever he wants, you know, and that's it. It's what it is.
I think she's like one of the most beautiful Miss Indonesias. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree with you.
I thought. I mean, I think Philippines was in my top 12 list, but she was not in my top 6. No, because I don't know, something about. I love Tracy, but I think she's beautiful. But you know, her speech, I think, when she was doing the first question Q&A answer, she came off not authentic, not sincere. It was like very rehearsed. And I said, oh my God, I've heard that speech before. So I said, okay, fine. Goodbye.
My issue with her is that most of the time, because I had the opportunity to see her on the beginning of the pageant, and when I saw her on the lobby, I was trying to connect with her, but she was so apart, you know. She was so
distant. She was aloof, very aloof. Yeah.
And honestly, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. But honestly, I never expect her on the top 12. I never. You know, but she had this kind of, you know.
Rafa.
Go.
Okay. Love to share this my opinion on this. For me, I understand, and I probably do the same thing as Adam did. I think because he entitled to whatever he's thinking. I got Indonesian friends, and they asked me about what did I think, and I asked them back, what if Adam wouldn't pick Indonesia? Would you still load him? They said no. So that's it.
Right,
So it's just his opinion. And also, it's just like I pick other country. If I got the same question as Adam, I probably said, okay, USA, shouldn't be that, and Philippines should be adapt, and India as well, and USA and like Northern Islands, sort of. So
everything's subjective. I mean, we all have our opinions. I think for me, I mean, to those of you who know me, I mean, I really don't give a shit about what other people think about my opinion. It's my opinion. You know, I can say whatever I want. It's my channel.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, there are many times, I mean, just because I'm Filipino, don't expect for me to praise and love and like every Filipino beauty queen, you know, that compete, you know. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's why you have to be very objective about these things. You cannot allow these zealot fans of other countries, of other nations. I mean, they're so nationalistic. They think their girl is like the best every time they compete. You know, that's not true. That's not the case anymore. Okay, I mean, you need to look outside your country and consider the possibility that other countries can win and can be just as competitive as your country. Okay, yes, go.
I mean, Indonesian fans, for me, I'm very close to them, and they're very nice as well. They can accept a lot of facts, usually, but they just feel that why Adam pick Indonesia before CNN Philippines is a huge media, sort of, and they just felt that it got quite an adverse impact for the integrity of, Carla Ures won the place in top 3, sort of. And I would love to clarify for my Indonesian fans as well. Most of them very, very nice, and they're very understandable. After I explained that that's his eligibility to apply. So they said, okay, that's fine. But it's quite shocking for me, for them, sort of, that they pick Indonesian before seen in Philippines, which is the main media. And for Adam, he actually very neutral, quite fair, and he admire a lot of Indonesian beings as well. I remember he posted, several Indonesian queens. So please don't pick him. He's okay. He's very nice. Indeed.
Stop the war and violence. Stop the war and violence. Oh, sorry, wrong pageant. Another question. Do you think Miss Indonesia has better personality than Philippines or India?
Yes.
Hector, you were there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
like I said before, Philippines was too distant. India, I had the opportunity to talk to her. She's very approachable. She's very high class girl. But Indonesia, all the time, she was smiling. She was ready to talk. You know, she was just living her dream, you know.
Yeah, I'm really surprised again, like with Julia and Liliana being so close. That
Yes.
Tokyo was not in top 3. Really surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, instead of USA, Indonesia should have been there in top 3.
She
Yeah.
should have.
USA stole Indonesia's place, really.
And I really love her dress. You know, this kind of thing that
Oh
she
yeah.
had in the back.
Mhm.
It was so
Yeah.
chic. It was so lady, like, you know,
So, so it's quite true then, because before Miss World Final Night began, there's kind of rumor that India and Philippines will never be crowd again, because both of them has a lot of crowd already. But I tend to believe that, okay, at least, you know, India always jury favorite in Philippines as well, and they send a very strong contestant. I mean, overall aspect. So I still, you know, believe in both of them to be put in, you know, at least top 6. So it's quite, you know, surprise indeed that both of them wouldn't be in. But I quite understand, because if either of them or both of them would have a chance to be placed in top 6, they will outshine the rest. No way indeed that other will, you know, will win the crowd without uproar, I think, because both of them deliver a very good message, very good statement. Yeah, has a very strong like a Q&A portion.
Okay, that's interesting. Comment from a viewer: the last American winner from 2010, I forget her name,
Alexandria Mills.
Alexander Mills, where her first runner-up, Botswana, something was funny because Miss Botswana traveled
yes.
through her reign. It was sad that only 1 point separated them. Comment?
I
Syed?
remember that. Yes.
I
Yeah, I
kind
remember
of
that.
really hurt. I think, but there have been other instances where girls have traveled with the winner, right?
Yes.
So actually, USA's victory from 2010 was also very questionable. The only reason why they gave her the crown is because Julia was so desperate to have her pageant televised in America, and she tried her best to find some connections to have her show actually produced.
She was a pretty girl,
and she hasn't had any good. She hasn't had any luck. We're talking about like what 10, 15 years of trying. No luck. No American channel or network, at least you know a regular American network would ever televise this world. So she has to go to those syndicated channels and stuff, like Reels. You know, interesting. Another comment: Miss World normally picks very beautiful women as winners, more beautiful than Miss Universe. Well, that's debatable. But I would say for the most part, the last 20 Miss World winners were all stunning. We're all beautiful. Yeah. Well, except for 1 or 2, but
I think the reason why Miss World is able to do that is because I think Miss Universe is a more fair process in choosing the winner. That's why, because Julia, you see what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Another comment. Miss France also looks like Margot Robbie. Again, I need to see Margot Robbie's face.
I thought France was really overhyped. France was really overhyped. I don't know why, like people.
She was hyped. You know what? Did she gain weight? Because her face looks puffy.
Yes, she gained weight. Yes, she gained.
Right? Yeah, and she wasn't the same Miss France who won first runner-up. I like that girl who won.
Yes,
first runner-up. But
I think that was more had to do with the production team of Miss France making her look like that.
Right. I mean, she looked heavier last night. Comment: Miss Cote d'Ivoire gave her final gown to Miss Botswana because she had a malfunction with hers. Is that true? Can someone verify that, please? We don't know. We don't know. But here's an interesting fact. Miss Cameroon actually lost her luggage, okay? To this day, she has not retrieved her luggage. Thank you, JetBlue, okay, for for losing her luggage. So obviously she was panicking, what gown am I going to wear? So luckily our good friend Hector here connected her with a couple of Puerto Rican local designers who were nice enough, who was very kind enough to loan her some of their gowns, some of their creations. And then she opted to choose her favorite gown for the finals. So what is the designer's name, Hector?
The designer name is Luis Lopez.
Luis Lopez. So Luis Lopez, if you're watching, just thank you. Miss Cameron would like to thank you so much for your kindness and for your generosity. Yep, Sam.
Did all the 40 girls go back for the pageant, or was there anyone missing?
Oh, no, good question. They all came back, right?
Yes, all the 40 girls. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's
amazing.
So how would I expect a few drop out? Like,
the girl from Tunisia.
USA would never drop out, right?
Yeah. It was interesting that the girl from Tunisia she was in Puerto Rico in November. She came to support Cote d'Ivoire and support. Yeah, she was in the lobby, and then you was not up. Yes, but I came here to support my girls, my friends. She was very nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do we think of Tony Ann's singing?
Well, she's a good singer. What happened yesterday, it was not her fault. It was some production
sound problem
things.
Yeah.
Problems.
I don't think she could hear herself.
Yes. But she's a good singer. She's amazing. And for me, it was just a bad production thing and sound, whatever.
I agree with
everything. Yeah, everything was
with the production. She was fine, but production was bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
She actually looked good last night. She actually looked very beautiful last night.
Yes. When I saw her again in the first day in the hotel, one thing I love from her is that she's this kind of beauty queen that she saw you and she greet you. She was like, "Hi Hector, how you doing? I'm back." She's very well spoken. She's very nice. When I saw her, and I tell her, "Oh my God," she was looking more skinny. She lost weight. She looks great, and she was very well with this beautiful makeup, this beautiful hair. She was very well
put. Yeah.
Yes, well polished. And she's a very nice girl all the time. Like Vanessa Ponce de Leon from Mexico, she's amazing. She's a good girl.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we?
And also, I have the time to know. I know her before, Jacqueline Aguilera, Miss World 1995. She's from Venezuela, but she's more mature. She's more like a diva, and I had the opportunity to meet Giselle Laronde, Miss World 1986.
From Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, but the funny thing is, I was sit on the lobby, and then she came and sit like near to me. And I was looking her, and I said, "Oh my God, this is some Puerto Rican woman just waiting in the lobby for her husband or something like that." And then somebody came and told me, "Hector, you know who you are?" And no, you know who is? And I say, "I don't know." And then when I look her, and I say, "Oh my God, she's Miss World." And I say, "You are Miss World 1986. You are from Jamaica." And then she say, "No, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago." But she was so nice with me. She laughed a lot. And then she said to me, "Hello, come on, take a picture." So surface, she was very quiet. She was very quiet.
Yeah.
You know, this lady, like, you know, she was very, very nice, very nice. But I made this mistake. I'm so sorry, Miss Laronde, that I said that you're from Jamaica.
Well, you know, as you know, last night was to celebrate the 70th anniversary of Miss World. So how many Miss World title holders were there, apart from the new winner?
No, just, okay, Tony.
So you had Giselle Laron from 1986, and then you had
Giselle Laron, Vanessa Ponce de Leon, Winelia Merced, Jacqueline Aguilera.
From 1995.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's disappointing. That's just, yeah, that's too small.
Usually she has Azra Akin and Afghani Darego there, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Usually they have Azra and Afghani.
Azra Akin from Turkey. Yeah, usually, yeah. It's just too bad that, you know, and I would, it would have been nice if they had invited, you know, Kiki Hawkinson, the original,
the iconic
Queen from Sweden, or Denise Perrier from France.
I don't understand this about. So apparently Kiki's son is on social media.
What is his name? Is it Christopher or something? Is it?
Yeah, but he wouldn't share a photo of her, and she wouldn't talk to any. Just
really
strange. Yeah.
What a strange dynamic, mother and son, huh?
Yeah, I was like, do you have any recent photos of her? He was like, no. Like, okay, I didn't get that part.
Yeah,
but apparently she's alive.
Comment. Miss Indonesia is one of the most beautiful queens, but she was not confident during the finals and head-to-head challenge. Okay. Well,
none of that matters.
It doesn't matter. She made the top 6, so
yes.
You know. Tony and did not reach that high note. Yeah, that's true. I thought, you're not Mariah Carey, okay? You're not Whitney Houston. You're Tony Ann. So
how many songs did she sing that night? Like 2 or 3.
It was like her concert.
She sang
like 3 songs.
She sang as a tribute to Julia Morley.
Yeah, and they had those like fake candles. Like that was so cringeworthy.
It was so fake. It was so fake. And what's with Winelia Merced's accent? How come her accent is still so thick? She lived in the United Kingdom for so many years.
I mean, that's her thing.
I would think that she would speak like a British woman by now, but she still has this thick accent, you know, when she speaks English.
Well,
but she's rich. She can't complain because she's rich, right? Okay. Comment. Tony's singing should be pre-recorded to avoid technicality issues. Lip syncing should be okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she could have like lip sync instead. We couldn't stop laughing when Tony started singing, and a male host shouted, "We stand with every country." So I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
All right. What do we think of the questions and answers for the top 6?
It was one of the worst. It was one of the worst parts of the pageant because before they came live, Peter Andrew was asking to the production team, "Let me know when these guys make the questions. Let me know who is going to be the first to ask the question." And let me tell you something. He was like, let me know. And then came live. And these 2 guys start asking the question. And then he was like, nobody tell me who is going to be the first contestant to answer the question. And then he put the microphone to Miss, I don't remember, you know, but. Yeah, it was one of the worst moments in the night because the girls just thinking that the questions came from the Miss War, ex-Miss War, or another judges, but they never expect that the questions came from these 2 handsome guys from nowhere.
Right. You know, I noticed too, like, you know, they didn't have any time limit. They could speak, they could talk as much as they wanted to. You know, I didn't hear any ding, like a bell, like in Miss Universe.
Or 25 seconds, or
Yasir, go ahead.
Yeah, it goes back to my original question to Hector. Like, does like no one ever say anything to Julia about the production? Like, there's so many young people around her, former winners. Like, no one.
Maybe again, it's everything is in the family. If Julia wants somebody to, well, I really think that somebody within the organization in this world is manipulating and is controlling Julia, especially now that she's 82 years old. I mean, she can, even though Hector, earlier you said that she's still mentally alert, okay? But just because she's mentally alert doesn't mean that she has total control of the production. It could be journalist, it could be behind the production, it could be.
In this way, I want to say something, and I'm not defending Julia because Julia remembered me when she came downstairs and say, "Hi, Hector, glad to see you again." I don't. But what I see every time is Julia is in control of everything. Because yesterday night she was in control of everything. She came, stand up, sit down, stand up. She came to talk to Steve. She came to, she was in control of everything.
So she was directing the show herself. There was no real.
Not directing the show because the show have a director and they have. For the people outside looking this chat, the production team was Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And some people from the Miss World organization, But she was not directing the show, but she was concerned about everything, what happened yesterday. She was looking, stand up,
right.
Yeah,
well, considering the girls arrived Sunday, and then they only had 2 days to rehearse, and that includes also the show, the production, whatnot.
Yeah.
Everything was done at the very last minute. So
Rafa, they had like
everything looked very chaotic.
3 years to prepare. 3 years. Almost 3 years.
Oh my God, they had 3 years.
Yes.
You're right. Here's the question. Do you think there's going to be a 2022 edition this year?
Yes.
When and where?
Well, she was in the press conference and it's already, if you can watch this, you can go to primerahora.com, a very important newspaper in Puerto Rico, and you can read just like 1 hour ago that she said that maybe again the pageant will be in Puerto Rico. Well.
Who's going to pay for it? Brock Pierce himself?
I don't know. Maybe I can talk to Julia and maybe I can bring the pageant to Puerto Rico. Are you available to help me, Rafa?
Oh my God. Has she said that to you?
No, but honestly, if you go into the newspaper, she was talking in the press conference when I think it was some interview that the journalist made to her, and then she responded that maybe the pageant is in Puerto Rico again. It's a big possibility that the pageant celebrates again in the island.
But you know what? Puerto Rico is not her favorite country. You know what her favorite country is, right?
How do you know that?
Because she said so in a video, and she said the Philippines. Yeah, I mean, Google it. Check.
I know. But
I posted this video once. She said, "My favorite country is the Philippines." That's what she said. She can't even pronounce Philippines. She said Philippines.
Oh my God.
I don't know, like the way pageant is, who will be serious about hosting this stuff? Like who?
Hector would make a wonderful host, right?
Honestly, look what I'm going to say to you. When the pageant finished and I have this little chat with Julia and her assistant that I really love her, Carrie, thank you for everything. I told her, Carrie, next year I'm going to be on the stage. And she said, okay, send me all your info, send me all your videos and everything, and let's see what happened.
You know they had this Canadian guy from Mr. World as like a host.
Yes.
That?
And then
Oh
Julia
yeah,
loved me.
Canadian guy.
He competed. What is his name? Frank Cerna. Was it Frank Cerna?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, he represented Canada at Mr. World
Yes.
years back, right? Okay,
Yes.
apparently he's been disowned by Miss World organization.
Looks
They
like
banned
it.
him. Yeah. He is no longer associated with Miss World organization.
Why?
I think ever since he came out, I believe he's gay now. I mean, well,
He was obviously gay. What about coming out?
Yeah.
But I think either because he came out in public and he got married or whatever, or something happened, which is
Okay.
But he's no longer part of the organization. So, okay, Ko, you've been very quiet. What are you reading? Are you like reading some of the comments in your own fan page or what? Do you think?
I until I've been asked. So kind of you enjoy talking, and I couldn't find a space to insert. So just waiting for being asked.
Did you hear that? I did not hear that. I did not hear that. No, you're breaking off. You're breaking away. It's like very.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you. Could you repeat what you said?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I saw you enjoying talking, so I wouldn't like to interfere until being asked.
Well, you can always jump in,
So by the way, okay, I'm going. But most of my fans would like us to talking about why India would be included, and why a lot of deserving contestants would be in. So they would love our opinion or our view why they being left over, sort of. Mainly, I mean, because I got a question before I came last night. All my fans just would like us to touch on these things. Like to share our opinion. Especially Indonesian, yes. And I also agree with Hector that even though she's my favorite at the beginning, I always put her in top 5 if you can go back in previous session with Rafa. But I also has the same idea about her, like Hector. She like royalty. I mean, she treats herself like royalty. So yeah, it's quite hard to reach. So if one asked you about comparison between Philippines and Indonesian contestant, whoever be easily approachable, definitely Philippines, Tracy. Yeah, but anyway, there's some factor that I think, according to Miss World, like typical characteristic. I think Karayu Rest of Indonesia has a high chance to be placed higher, even though she kind of distant. Yep.
No, I think no. Hector was talking about Philippines, who's distant. Hector met Philippines.
Yes, I was talking about.
He tried to approach Philippines, Tracy, but she was kind of like standoffish. She was like very distant compared to Carla. So according to Hector, Carla is more approachable than Tracy.
Sorry. Sorry, I missed it. All right. Okay.
Is Carla Chinese, or is she like?
Carla,
I think so.
Is she
Chinese?
I
think so.
She's Chinese.
I think so, because of information have Chinese.
Okay. All right. So, okay. A lot of people are commenting, they're saying it was one of the worst. It's the worst production ever.
No, I disagree. I think it was 1990. Which one was in Atlanta?
1991.
Oh my God.
Yes, it
Those pots of flower
It was
pots.
all over the place. It was very chaotic. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was,
Wait.
So 2021 is
1991?
production.
No. The one where Nini Beth Liao won. Which one was that?
Oh, that was 1991, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or 1990. 1991.
No, the one without the stage, just a black curtain.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yes.
But it was held in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
They
lesson
had no
learned.
stage.
Lesson
There was-
learned. Never hold Miss World in America.
Okay, Miss World was 2 times in United States, in 1991 and in 2017. Yes.
Mhm.
What about
in DC, in District of Columbia? Yeah.
Yeah.
what about India? Is that possible that the next Miss World going to be here in India?
That's what I was telling you. I mentioned earlier. Like I'm surprised. Like Times Group, Times of India, which runs the Miss pageant. They are like they're like a very powerful conglomerate. They're like Liliana and Ethiopia. So they.
What about because this year, especially 2022, Indonesia, hold a lot of world events like MotoGP and MGI. And I think, also several.
The last time the pageant was in India, it was a big controversy.
Yes.
1996.
Not just the whole the protests and stuff, but even after the pageant, there was a lot of controversy like about financials and everything. Because I think the actor who hosted the pageant, Amitabh Bachchan, he lost a lot of money, and there was something going on with that.
Right. Yeah, so I think Miss World has had so much bad luck as far as finding a good.
Remember they were hosting the pageant in Ukraine in 2008, and then they canceled that too.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I think they need to go back to China again, to Sanja.
Yeah, I was gonna read that. Maybe the 2022 pageant will be held in China again, in Sanya.
Yes.
The Chinese.
Ordos.
Outer Mongolia.
Yeah, that was.
I really love the stage in Ordos, Mongolia. It was a beautiful stage.
But you know that stage was not built for Miss World. That stage was for a concert that was happening, and then they included Miss World as part of it. That's what was so grand.
Okay.
So it was
That's
a
good.
multi-purpose stage. Yeah.
Well, actually, speaking of Ordos, speaking of China, doesn't China have a lot of all these ghost cities, these artificial large cities, but they're all empty. There are no people living in there. It's just like with Ordos. Why don't they accept?
Ordos was like that. Ordos was very empty.
Well, maybe they need to accept Ukrainian refugees to populate these ghost towns in China. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. There's so
Russia and China are allies, so I doubt they will.
Well, we hope this war in the Ukraine doesn't drag for another week, or not even 2 days. It really
is Miss Russia pageant still happening? Like, have you heard anything? Because
what is it?
Is Miss Russia pageant still happening?
Yes, it's still going to happen. Miss Russia, even Miss Ukraine, Miss Universe Ukraine is still going to happen, despite of the circumstances. Yeah. So it's just we're facing like very, very difficult times, and I have never imagined in my life that like a possible World War III will occur in our lifetime, in my lifetime. It's just so sad because nobody wins. We all lose in the end. Everybody's affected. Everybody's affected. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. So basically, we all agree that this is one of the worst productions ever of this world. Even if you take away the COVID equation, the COVID crisis. Oh, this is another good question. Do you think if the finals had been held in Puerto Rico in December, do you think they would have picked a different winner? Or did Julia already have Poland as the winner? You think?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the outcome probably would have been different back then in December instead of March.
You
that's
think she
okay.
would be on USA? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I think
I was wondering. About that.
I don't know about
Rafa, I
that.
think because the conflict between Ukraine and Russia is going to be critical. I mean, it's going to be big
But
events.
Poland is not
Yeah.
even a neighboring country, so I don't know why. Is Poland a neighboring country of Ukraine?
Yes, that's right. That's why the Ukrainian refugees are moving towards
Yeah.
that
Yes,
direction.
they're going to Poland, but does it neighbor Ukraine?
It neighbors,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Poland.
Oh, it does. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm
So
thinking.
Poland, Ukraine, and then Belarus, north of
Oh, okay,
Poland,
all right.
Yes.
Russia.
But
That's-
Belarus with
But then why
Russia.
didn't he pick Slovakia or Hungary? They all neighbor Ukraine too.
All right. So I think we all agreed that it was one of the worst productions. From a level of a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 3. So Co gives it what, a 3 or 4? Hector, what about you? Scale of 1 to 10.
Well,
Go.
I'm going to give him 5 because it was in my country, and I want to apologize in the name of the Puerto Ricans and everybody that maybe a lot of people expect that the pageant it was going to be a big show. It was going to be a big showcase. But again, and I repeat again, if you are a beauty queen, please don't try to bring the pageant to your country. Don't try to be a national director. Just be a beauty queen. Just be a Miss World or Miss Universe or whatever you want. But don't try to do something that you don't have the preparation, you don't have the context, and you don't have the entourage to do an event like this, Thanks God the pageant was held yesterday after what we know what happened. In my opinion, I'm very happy with the winner. She's gorgeous. Like I said to you before in the chat, she's like a very expensive Barbie doll. She had this beautiful face. From the beginning, she was approachable. She was happy. She would say hello to everybody. She don't have any intentions, but she was just her. And I'm not impressed.
And her blue gown matched the blue crown.
Yes, and I'm not impressed that she is the winner because she was one of my favorites. Of course, I never expect USA as a first runner-up. I think this position was to Miss Indonesia. I know that Miss Cote d'Ivoire is going to be on the top 3 because she's not that beautiful when you saw her in person, but she's impressed. She have this very nice
presence. Yeah, she speaks
presence and aura. Beside of that, well, I hope so that the next pageant is going to be in London or in China or in another place. Honestly, I don't want to see the pageant again in my country. I was the first one, and you remember that, Rafa. I was the first one to put the red flag when Stephanie decided to bring the pageant to Puerto Rico, because we have at this time a COVID crisis and blah blah blah. And look what happened.
You're in debt. You have like what? A lot of money. You owe.
Yes, and if I want to bring Miss Universe to Puerto Rico, I know that I need to have a lot of $1 million in my bank that I don't have, or you need to find a big sponsor like Mr. Shabit or somebody like this to bring and do a nice event in your country. But
that's true.
Beside of that, I'm happy with the winner. I really love her. I'm very honest. I never expect to be in the finale or to be in contact with the girls because, my decision in the beginning was not to go to the finale and not to go to the hotel. But as soon I know that the hotel is like 5 minutes from my apartment, I decided to go, and I had the honor to meet Miss Giselle. I had the honor to reconnect with Miss Julia and all the Miss World people, and at the end, we have a winner. We have a beautiful winner, and just see what happened in this year with Miss Poland as Miss
I have a
World.
question. I have an honest question. If USA had won, how would you have felt? Would you have felt differently? Joyful, sadness, bitter, angry?
I don't. If Miss, so if Miss USA was the winner, I was just concerned about what really happened, because I don't know. And a funny thing is, when I was in the first day in the hotel, she was the first candidate that I saw, and then I started taking the pictures, and then I asked her, because I was know what happened with her. I was asking to her, I need to interview you because you was not the winner, and now you are here. And then she came like, no, this is a big mistake. We need to talk. And then we never had the opportunity to talk or interview her, But she was the first face that I saw, and I was like, who you are? And she said, I'm Miss USA. And
Yeah,
okay.
In her head, yeah, she is. Yeah. Okay, Syed, scale of 1 to 10, how would you score the production, the whole show? 0.
Oh God.
They
Wow.
even messed up the crowning moment.
Well, not only that, but Tony Ann did not do her farewell speech.
Yes.
Oh, remember like how they came back and then they showed this video of Tony on the screen
Of all her
for like 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then they went back to commercial. I didn't get that part either.
Yeah, it got very weird. And there were a couple of moments where the show, like the telecast, like blacked out.
Oh yeah.
I actually recorded, like I was counting like 1, 2, 3. I was gonna post it in my Instagram story. It's all blacked out, not once but twice.
Wasn't one of the major TV stations in Puerto Rico? Weren't they in charge of like the production or something?
Yes, a Tele 11.
Yes. Well, how did it look so bad?
Because they are not that good, and I feel bad because as a Puerto Rican, we have witnesses that we have another beauty pageants like Miss Universe in 2001 and 2002. They were very good productions, and also we had like Latin Music Awards. We have a lot of events that everybody can watch from over the world, and everything was good. But this was a mess, a big mess.
Interesting. Here's I don't understand why Telemundo is not interested in broadcasting this world. Have they ever approached Telemundo?
Okay, in the beginning, when they announced that the pageant was held in Puerto Rico, the first TV station that they signed was Telemundo. I don't know what happened. But then they announced that Tele 11 is going to be the official TV channel and blah, blah, blah.
And what happened to the Puerto Rican producer, that guy? I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know. Paco Lopez.
Yeah, Paco Lopez. What happened to him?
Well, I don't see him yesterday because he was supposed to be the original producer. And let me tell you something. He is a good one in Puerto Rico. He is a good one. He was the one to be in charge to bring the artists like Victor Manuel, Luis Fonsi, the Cuban group, he's a good one. Paco Lopez is one of the best producer of Puerto Rico and in the Caribbean and in the United States. But I think after the things happened with Stephanie and everything, I think he was out of the production. Yeah.
What do you guys think about Miss World held in a country in Africa? Well, it was held in Africa before, South Africa, correct? What year was that?
I was there in
You were there
2008.
in
Yeah, I
2008.
was there. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yes, it's been held in China like 4 times, I believe, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
South Africa once, but that was the only African country that ever hosted Miss World, I believe. Oh, wait a minute. Was it held? It was held in Seychelles, right? At one point.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Seychelles, and then it was partly also hosted by the Comoros Islands.
The Comoros Island. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was held in Africa at 3 different countries. So that's good. Okay. All right. I think that pretty much wraps up our analysis
Yes.
of Miss World 2021 telecast. If you guys have any other comments or questions, feel free, to comment. But I think we all love the winner. I think Miss Paul. I think it's time to crown a blonde. Really,
Yes.
a blonde, gorgeous glamazon. I could literally like enjoy seeing Carolina's face during the entire year. Okay.
And she have a brain. She's speaking.
And she's very smart.
Just the stigma around it. That's why, like.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to her homecoming in Poland. Hopefully, they give her a grand, wonderful homecoming, welcome reception, etc. All right, so that's up with Miss World. Okay, can we talk about the cancellation of Miss Charm International for the 3rd time? I think Co has something to say about Miss Charm International.
Okay, before you start, I need to leave.
Okay.
But I just want, before I leave, I just want to say thank you in the front of everybody to Rafa to give me the opportunity to work with Miss Cameroon. I really love
Audrey.
With Audrey and also with Miss World Bahamas. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Sienna. I really feel very bad because I would think these 2 girls have everything to go to the top 12, Audrey and Sienna. But things happen, and I tell today to Audrey that she needs to go to Miss Universe. In the beginning, she said that I'm not Miss Universe, I'm Miss World, but I repeat again, Audrey, you need to go to Miss Universe because you have everything to take the crown for Cameroon for Miss Universe, and Audrey in person is more than impressed, Rafa, thank you so much for this big opportunity, and thank you so much for having me with this beautiful, handsome guy that I know his name yet because I can't tell. And thank you, Cote, to be in the chat, and thank you to everybody. And at the end, we need to enjoy pageants no matter what. We need to be happy, enjoy the life, enjoy the moment, and enjoy the pageants because it's just like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's one. Pageantry is one of one activities or event, that actually unites people from all different backgrounds, from all different cultures and whatnot. So yeah, it becomes ugly when you involve politics. And
yes, and what I say, Miss World is going to be Miss World no matter what. Miss Universe is going to be Miss Universe no matter what. The other ones, okay.
What's your advice for Carolina?
My advice for Carolina is not to try. She needs to be like she was in the beginning, try to be ground floor. That is the one thing I catch my eye, that she's very intelligent. She have a brain. But one thing I really love when I saw her from the first time is she's ground to floor. She's very approachable. And my advice to her is to continue like that. And also, as a Miss World, Carolina, you are Miss World, not the other one, not the first, not the second. You are the Miss World, and you need to put your voice when you don't feel good or when you don't feel that something is not happening in the way they need to be for Miss World. I'm sure that this is not going to happen, but My advice is this: try to be the best of you and try to be like you were in the beginning, because you're going to be a wonderful Miss World. Honestly, Miss World is not, I like Miss World, but I like more Miss Universe. But because of this experience in my country, and I had the opportunity to meet most of the girls, I'm more interested in Miss World. And when Carolina won, I'm more interested right now, and I wish to her the best of the best. And, let's see what happens.
Thank you, Miss Puerto Rico. Wonderful answer. Now, let's ask Miss Thailand. Miss Thailand Co, what advice would you give to the new Miss World?
What advice? Yeah, Miss World, still Miss World. I mean, in terms of production, Miss World never been my favorite anyway, because I love more like exciting wife, but I mean, I really love like the overall, I feel that selection, I admire Miss World selection of winner, or the top placement.
No, but what advice would you give to Poland as Miss World?
Miss Poland, right? Aside from she very beautiful, she capable, all right. Aside from politics, I think sometimes we would bring politics to influence like a pageant too much. Still. Enjoy your reign, okay, Miss Poland, enjoy your reign anyway. And I wish that you're going to be the voice on behalf of Ukrainians and people who suffering, invasion from Russia. And according to what you received last night, I think you're going to be big voice for all refugees around the world as well, not only for Ukrainian that fresh away from the war into the Poland. And I do believe that the war or the conflict will be sorted out soon. Okay, that's in my belief.
Yeah.
So if it's sorted out, I wish that Miss Poland is going to visit Ukraine.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice, and it's going to be the biggest mission for her reign indeed. And I wish that Miss Julia going to do such of that. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for that advice, Miss Thailand. I'm sure Miss World from Poland, accepts it. What about you, Miss Pakistan, Syed? What advice would you give the new Miss World?
I already said it. Watch your back. Stay away from.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Stay away from any sort of Excel sheets.
Yes, I think we should. Yeah.
Don't let anyone steal your limelight. She might have the shortest reign if the pageant does take place this year, right?
She could have,
So make the most out of it. That's all I can say.
I totally agree. I think the most important advice I give her is speak your mind. Don't worry about what other people think about what you say or how you say it. Just speak your mind, because your reign is so short. You only reign for 1 year, and take advantage of every moment during your reign just to speak your mind, and also to invite, or maybe to teach Miss Grand International how to stop war and violence, because that girl hasn't done anything to stop the war and violence, right? so that's
Rafa, you made a very right point indeed, because when you mentioned this, it just popped in my mind that Mrs. Julia, step ahead over a guy of MGI, okay, because she took the move, to demonstrate that, okay, Miss World going to be the first to stop the war and violence by choosing Miss Poland, which kept coming from the most nearest neighboring country of Ukraine and the biggest supporter of European agenda, you know, in Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. She very smart.
I'm glad the Blue Crown went back to Europe this time. Who was the last European to have won this world? Was it
Spain?
Was it Spain? Yeah. Was it 2015? I think 2015. Yeah, Spain. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's great to have the crown back to Europe, you know, this time. So that's great. So hopefully we'll have an amazing, powerful, impactful Miss World who will do everything in her power to contribute to stopping all this mess happening, you know, in Europe, and especially in the Ukraine. So. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, for engaging in our discussion about Miss World 2021. And mabuhay, salamat, sawadika, muchísimas gracias to everyone who's watching the show. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like this video so YouTube's algorithm will pick it up and recommend it to other viewers. So have a wonderful weekend to everybody. I love you all. Wishful kisses, wishful. Thank you, Yasir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you all the fans. ขอบคุณมากนะคะ Bye ขอบคุณครับสวัสดีค่ะ